Hello, welcome back to Jesse's Vintage Garage. I got the Softail 2002 Special Construction Softail here, cleaned up a lot more than it was. Looking shiny in places and stuff. And next video here, we're going to work on putting solid bushings in here to get rid of this kind of movement with the handlebars. Now with ape hangers, they have more of a leverage because of the height, and it wears these bushings out. So I'm going to show you the parts that we're going to be talking about, but then we're going to also go over taking apart how to switch it out. Okay, so here's an upper triple tree piece for a Softail. I'd say probably 90 through 2000, into the 2000s, this top piece didn't change. The lower triple tree though changed around 2000 or so because the way the fork lock works. But, this not really, we're not showing all the parts for that because I don't have them all, but this is the top triple tree and this is unchanged for a lot of years. And this is original equipment here. Rubber bushings, a spacer that goes between the two, locks it, and your big bolt comes through and holds the risers tight to it, right? So what we're doing now, these wear out over time. These are actually in really good shape. I could put these in and be okay. It would have their rubber mount feel and not be so rough, because I'm gonna end up having it be a little bit more rough going to this upgrade or this change out. So it takes the place of all this. It's a 1/2-inch hole, fills in the rubber part, just slides down in there like so, and they're real tight, so they just barely fit in there. But anyways, that one went right in. But anyways, they will go in. But yeah, so getting to this, we're gonna have to take some stuff off the bike over there. But I kind of wanted to show you what these parts look like. Yeah, I was saying that these keep you soft, and you want to keep them soft, and it gives you that nice comfort, so it doesn't like numb your fingers and your hands and stuff when you're riding. It's a vibration eliminator. Yeah, so when the Softail came out, this is what they eliminated a lot of the really rough vibration stuff from the 70s and late 80s by upgrading this stuff. So we'll go over there and start tearing some stuff apart. Okay, so now we're ready to take the bolts out. Now the bolt we have to get out off of both sides is this big one back here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's behind this. It's sitting right up here. And the best way to get this out, take care of this, is to loosen up the spot lamps and take the back panels off and do one at a time. Do this side, then rotate the front end and do the other side. And that's how we're going to do it. Because otherwise, you got to take a whole bunch of stuff off, like the headlamp. You have to go into the dash and unhook the wire, pull it out, take the front panel off. It would just been bad. And then same with the spot lamps. We got to loosen them up anyway, but yeah, anyways, we're going to try it this way and see what happens. All right, so this bike has quick detachable windshield, so I have these extra mounting points on here for the windshield to mount to. And the tins on the Heritage models, they're a little bit different than the Panhead models. The slots for the tins are at a different angle. So all you gotta do is loosen these up, like I got, and then take the top screw out up here. It's holding to the top triple tree, and this panel should come right off. Got it off, and there's the bolt right there. So now we're ready to do the other side, get it loose so we can get both these bolts off. There we are, we got this other panel off, and you can see the bolt right there. We're gonna loosen this bolt up, and the handlebars will come off, and we'll just lean them back across the back here. I got this all covered up for protection. We'll just take the bars, just kind of lay them right there. So I can swap out the rubbers and put in the bushings. So now that I got the handlebars off and laying back here and on the tank, you gotta remember this bolt has a grounding wire attached to it. That way everything works up here. So we're gonna make sure we put this back the way it was too, but all I really need to do is just take off this cup right here and leave everything else. But I don't know if it's just gonna stay there like that or what. It might want to fall all apart once I do that. There we go. That'll work. I'll go get my parts quick and put it back together. Alright, so like I said in the one of the previous segments here, we are swapping out the original equipment here and putting these spacers in. These are bushings. And what I'm looking at here is the original parts that I took out, and they're kind of worn because they're angled and bent, and they're got a, I don't know if you can see it or not, but they got like a permanent bend in them from the leverage from the ape hangers. And same with this bottom one here. Now I'm going to lose probably some comfort, gain some vibration, but I think overall this will probably be a good upgrade. So let's go ahead and put these bushings in here, button it all back up. Now these slid right in, unlike one of the previous beginning segments here, they went right in. I didn't have to grind on them at all to make them fit. So, and really can't see very well there with what's going on, but I didn't have to clean them up or anything. They just kind of like just machined perfectly to fit inside this hole here, so that's great. So now I'm just going to put the top two in, and then I'm going to grab the handlebars with my other hand, hold it up there, and put a bushing on the other bolt and slide it up there and just work it all together. And once I get one started, it's going to be a lot easier after that. There we are. We got the lower bushing in. I have all the special washer and the ground and the lock washer all in the right order. Make sure you put the lock washers back in. And I guess you could use power tools to run this up in there. I don't really use power tools a lot. I'm pretty sure you probably noticed that in a lot of my other videos. I always use like manual hand tools. Power tools just seem to like mess things up real fast. Especially when you don't know for sure if you have it all lined up right. I've seen lots of times people use power tools on stuff and they just like tear up stuff. And it's just not what we like to do. In my nice cheat sheet book here for my Softail and FLH's, it even covers FX's and Dynas as well, and Sportsters. But FX Softail and FL Softail section here, it has handlebar risers. Handlebar clamp mounting screws, 70 to 80 inch-pounds. That's the top little ones. The risers should be here too, the actual riser cap screws. 12 to 15 foot-pounds. And that's for the Springer anyway. Let's see here. I really thought it was listed there for a second, but now looking at it, it's like it's just a. We're not talking about the big one. We're not talking about the big one at all here. Let's see here. Yeah, dang it. I'm going to have to look in the manual, I guess. Alright, so here it talks about, in this book here, it talks about, this is a Sportster book. But anyways, it's the same riser bolt. Item number 7. Right there. Talks about how you're supposed to torque the lower riser bolts, number 7, to 25 to 30 foot-pounds. This would be the same in a Softail too, because it's the same bolt part number even, and the same lower riser parts. So we're going to do that. There we go. We got the riser bolts tightened up, and I can already tell this is like really rigid right here. Don't move at all. I'm moving the bike. See that? All right, let's finish cleaning this up by putting the parts back on here, the panels, and then we'll just go and do an overview real quick. There we go. It's all hooked up and put back together. We tightened the bolts down in there. We got all this stuff lined up right. I got these bolts tightened back up. You got to tighten the panels up first because otherwise you'll want to squeeze and you won't be able to get this panel in there, right? It goes behind the front panel. Anyways, this is tightened down and these are tight, so we're good there. And now with it being nice and rigid, I noticed that following the line of the forks all the way up through the handlebars, they're kind of leaning forward a little bit. I think they were leaning forward a little bit because of the fact that they were so loose right here and bent. So now I like to have, there's a lot of other bikes out there that do it differently. they kick their front handlebars forward. I think that looks kind of dumb. That's my own personal opinion. And but I like to have it straight in line with everything. That's just how it was. It was in the 70s. They didn't really lean them forward too much that I've seen. There's some bikes that are like that, and that's just their custom approach on it. And everybody can do their own thing, but this is how I do it. I'm gonna put it in straight in line with the front fork legs. So I'm gonna kick this back just a little bit to make that look right to me. Well, there we go. I think I got it where I needed at. Looks like it's pretty straight. Anyways, now we can use this this chart here to do the handlebar riser screws. 70, 80 inch-pounds. I can tighten these 4 back up now. All right, so we got the bike back on the lift here, and it kind of comes to an end on this segment, this video. So I hope you enjoyed everything in this video, and come back again. I think we're gonna have another segment on this bike. We're gonna be switching out that rear tire. I think then that would be done with this bike for now. And then we can get back to working on some other things while we've been waiting on some stuff, and it's really hot out and all that, these other excuses, I get it. But we're still working on things here, so please be patient and come back again and keep on the lookout for more videos to come. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.